Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Megan with Believe in the Run.
And we are here with New Balance's 1080 V what?
13.
V13. Do you know that was a Big Audio Dynamite song, V13?
No, it did not.
Yeah, look it up. And if you're at home, you might want to play it. I love Big Audio Dynamite. They were awesome.
Or not.
We're back with one of those shoes, 13 editions. It's in their catalog. Like, New Balance is gonna make another 1080. This is it for this year. Last year we were a little disappointed. The upper and the stretch was a little much. It made the shoe feel like the sizing wasn't right.
We've been on a roller coaster ride with this shoe. I mean, the 10 was amazing. The 11 I couldn't even wear because the heel was so not great. Then the 12, they started going in the right direction, but the knit upper left a lot to be desired.
I don't always agree with you, so there's a couple of there. So right before the 12, the 11, I actually liked that one. I thought it worked out well.
That heel that stabbed you?
Yeah, I like the stabbing. Anyway, you can see on this one, there's a plenty cushy heel. We'll get into it. Why don't we start with the upper, Meg?
All right, so completely new upper, which is a lovely change. Like we were just mentioning, the previous version had a very stretchy knit upper, like so stretchy that I was convinced I had the wrong size, but I think maybe it was just my foot was sliding around because of the stretch.
The vamp was sloppy.
So good news, totally new upper. This one feels like that plush daily trainer that I love. Step-in feel is great. You have a ton of padding around the collar and heel here. You have a very fluffy tongue. It's gusseted, that you will love. And then it's a stretchy mesh, but it's structured enough that you don't feel like your foot slides around.
What I really like about this, and I'll compare it to like New Balance's Propel, which is a very nice shoe, but it comes in at a budget price. This one's gonna cost you a little more at $160, but these materials all feel a little more premium.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like I was just saying, it's like a very plush, comfortable shoe. It feels like great on step-in.
No heel lift, no hot spots. Thankfully, the 1080 V12, I had problems with sizing. Meg mentioned it earlier. True to size for me in this one. Get your regular 10.5, fit me perfect. Let's move down to the fuel cell, Meg.
So this is definitely a new formulation of fuel cell here. It feels...
How many milliliters of foam do we got here?
We have 35 milliliters of foam here in the heel and 29 in the forefoot.
All kidding aside, you know we're talking about millimeters.
But definitely leave some ragey comments down below.
That Megan Americans can't do the metric system.
That we're dumb.
Yeah. It's down 2 millimeters from the last version, Meg.
It sure is.
Did it feel like it's more cushy?
I just enjoyed this foam a lot more. It felt soft, but also very responsive and bouncy. Like while you're out running, it didn't feel like it was dying at all.
For such a plush shoe, and this is a plush shoe, this is a very cushioned shoe. Like I'm like, what are they gonna do with the More? This feels so soft and comfortable, but it does have a little more responsive feel than the More V4 had. I don't know what's gonna happen with the More V5, but we'll see. This has a little more bounce in this fuel cell. It feels, like Meg said, responsive, but we keep saying responsive, and we're almost saying it's almost hard to make a bad shoe when you've got a foam like this. You just put a slab of it underneath here. The feeling under the ball of my foot, or under the fat pad as some people would say, is really nice and responsive. It pushes, it bounces. There's other shoes that we're going to compare it to at the end of this review, but I will say that this one is one that has that soft cush feel that still feels like a fun daily trainer that you can pick up the pace, so it's not just all about slow paces in this one. I'm not saying it's a racer, but the cushioning's there. Let's talk about the outsole, Meg. What do you think?
I mean, it works. You just have some rubber placement here in all the, high traction areas, and it's not a ton, but I feel like with this foam, I kind of like that there's not a ton there, so you can just really get the bounce and lightness from that.
Yeah, they cover it where you needed it. I thought it looked like a little skeleton hand, but I don't know. I don't know what they're doing over there. Anyway.
Definitely putting skeleton hands on the bottom.
Put a skeleton hand on it.
That's what they're thinking.
It's like, design note, skeleton hand. At least they got rid of it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it, yeah. I would say that this one borders on, I mean, you gotta compare it to Asics Nimbus 25. It's up, like, it used to be, Hoka used to be the cushion, max cushion shoe to compare it to, but I think these are softer and bouncier than the Hokas.
This, I would say, is comparable to the Clifton 9, but it is
It's softer.
Superior foam.
Yeah, bouncier. The one shoe that I would kind of compare it to would be the More V4 from New Balance, where I was like, that's their max cushion shoe. That is the most cushioning you're gonna get. And I feel like this gets us at least there.
Well, so you're not going to get the stack that you have in the More, but what I really like about this shoe is that you still get that very soft, cushioned, bouncy feel without all of the stack. So I think that will appeal to a lot more people. It's also lighter, so my women's 7.5 came in at 8 ounces, which is right around most daily trainers.
Mine came in at 10 ounces, which isn't the lightest, isn't the heaviest. It's really nice for this much cushion, and 286 grams for a size 10.5. So you know New Balance is the sponsor for the New York City Marathon. You know that there'll be colorways coming out specific to the event. You may want to wait to get it then, or I wouldn't wait. Like us, have multiple pairs. This one's a pretty good shoe. Like
Yeah.
I would want this in my rotation.
And it will be available October 13th.
For $160.
So Thomas, I think I already know your answer, but what color are you giving this?
Gotta go green, Meg.
Yeah, definitely a green for me. This is quite a good update from New Balance. Yeah, they're going in the right direction, and this is just one of those shoes where you lace it up and you kind of forget you're wearing it.
Let's hope they stay this trend and it won't flip-flop back and forth like it has.
Get us off the roller coaster.
Yeah, this is it. We love this foam. It feels lighter on the foot than previous versions. Feels good. I mean, if you want that max cushion shoe for daily training, this is kind of where I would go. So Meg, wrap this one up. What do you want to say to the people?
If you haven't yet, definitely go subscribe to our channel, like this video, follow us on Instagram, join our Strava group, subscribe to our email, which you can do by going to believeintherun.com, and there's a little pop-up at the bottom. And then, yeah, we have 2 podcasts. So The Drop, which comes out every Friday and Monday, and then Fuel for the Soul with sports dietitian Meaghan Featherston. That comes out every other Tuesday.
So one thing I'm going to tell you before you go, we will be doing a pre-New York City Marathon shakeout where everybody's invited. Last year we had 500 runners show up and run with us.
Tons of fun.
We're going to be putting that in all these places Meg just talked about, the email, Instagram. We'll be talking about it on the podcast, but you're going to want to RSVP because numbers are going to be limited, and we give away some sweet swag. So check that out. And I don't know, anything else you want to say, Meg?
That's it.
All right, stay good.
Stay good.
Okay, how about that? Meg didn't like stay good. All right, enjoy those miles. Okay, how about this? How about
No.
yeah, how about
Just give up.
peace?
Oh my God.
All right, how about this?
I'm leaving.
What's the closing?
Goodbye.
You can't. Okay, goodbye.
Your foot just sits in right here comfortably. You've got this padded, what do we call these?
Heel counter or
No, what's this little thing on top?
It's not a pull tab.
What,
It's
does
a
it have
pillow.
a name?
It's a pillow on the top back of the heel counter.
An Achilles pillow?
I like that. Megan just made a new thing, an Achilles pillow.
So it comes with a fancy Achilles pillow here.
We're gonna have to add that to the anatomy of a shoe now, Achilles pillows.